I'd like to welcome everyone to our annual meeting. I'm Jeff Dunack, Board Chair for SVAM. We will call the meeting to order now, and we do have a quorum per our bylaws. I'd like to welcome everyone to our annual meeting. I want to give a special thanks to the representatives from Smith, Washington, Wythe, and Scott counties, as well as our membership for joining us today. SVAM has a public board meeting each year to recap a successful year and affirm plans for the new fiscal year coming up. This meeting today is being provided virtually due to the widespread locations that SVAM reaches out to and our supporters across the region. During the meeting, I'd like to encourage attendees to use the chat box to submit any questions that you might have. And those questions, we'll do our best to answer those at the end. If we can't, then we can do follow-ups one-on-one later on. At the June board meeting, the board approved renewed terms for board members with expiring terms and added 3 new board members. We're excited about that. Our board members will all introduce ourselves now, starting with me again. I'm Jeff Dunack, Board Chair. I'm the Vice President of Operations at Somac America in Wytheville. Melinda? You're muted, Melinda.
Okay, sorry about that.
No problem.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Melinda Roberts. I am the Vice Chair of SVAM. I am the People and Culture Manager at SIG Packaging in Chilhowie, Virginia.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jennifer Scott. I am the treasurer of the board for SVAM. I am the plant controller for Amcor Rigid Packaging in Wytheville, Virginia.
Good afternoon. My name is Stacy Street. I'm a board member with SVAM, and I am the Human Resources Manager for Utility Trailer Manufacturing in Glade Spring.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Alex Loopy. I'm the Vice President of Temper Manufacturing for Temper Sealy in Duffield, Virginia, and also a board member for SVAM.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Steve Thorogood. I'm president of Wolf Hills Fabricators here at Exit 22 in Abingdon, Virginia. And I'm just starting my 3rd year as a regular board member with SVAM. And thank you all for attending our meeting.
Good afternoon. I'm Josh Chandler with Speyside Bourbon Cooperage in Atkins, Virginia, and I'm a new board member for SVAM.
Hello, everybody. I'm Rich Brooks. I'm a Director of Operations at Hapco Pole Products here in Abingdon, Virginia. Also a new board member to SVAM.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Pete Savage. I'm a new board member of SVAM. I am president of West River Conveyors, located in Nature's Wonderland, Buchanan County.
And last but certainly not least, we have Steve Barrett. He couldn't be here with us today, but he is the Director of Global Product Development for Universal Fibers and has been with the board for several years now.
I'd also like to ask the SVAM staff to go ahead and introduce themselves, please.
Thank you, Jeff. Most of you know me, but I'm Lenny Gail Mitchum, Executive Director of the Southwest Virginia Alliance for Manufacturing. Proud to be here. In this September, will be 13 years with SVAM.
And Will Carty, also with SVAM. I've been here for about 2 years now.
Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate the hard work that the staff and the board does for Southwest Virginia. So thank you to everyone. Next, we'll have a state of the organization report, beginning with the purpose of SVAM. Melinda Roberts, if you'd like to take over.
Okay, sure. Then I guess you're operating the PowerPoint. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
So we'll start out with just talking about who we are. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are manufacturer-led. Major funding sources come from our membership and county contributions. And as far as a mission statement, we have supporting the sustainment and advancement of manufacturing in Southwest Virginia through regional collaboration, changing the image of manufacturing, and closing the skills gaps. So our number one goal would be to establish and promote regional collaborations in support of manufacturing as part of an economic development initiative. And then our second goal would be to redefine the image of manufacturing to increase the number of individuals pursuing careers in manufacturing. And then our third goal is to close the skills gap for manufacturers by aligning educational and workforce training resources with the most pressing demands of area industry, which to me, this is a really big one because as you know, most of us that work in manufacturing, there are some skills gaps and that's what we struggle with. So this is a big one and SVAM applies a lot of initiative there. So next, just to let you know, our manufacturing membership, as you can see, it's a lot of companies. We have 50 members, company members, and then we have a total of 9,696 employees. So we're real proud of those numbers, and we want to continue to grow those numbers. And so we also want to thank our affiliate members. These members are companies and organizations that really help support SVAM, whether it would be with training or just other workforce development support that they lend. So a lot of thanks to these affiliate members. And then, of course, we want to give some kudos to our county support, which is Washington County, Smith County, and in affiliate counties are Scott County and Wythe County. So we greatly appreciate the support there.
All right. Jeff, are you ready for me? Yes. Okay. I think I saw you nod.
Yes,
all right. Well,
I'm sorry.
Great. Thank you. Okay. Well, now is the fun part for me. I get to tell you all about the things that we accomplished in our last fiscal year. And just as a reminder, our fiscal year runs from July 1 to June 30th. So we just ended our fiscal year at the end of July or end of June, and we are right here rocking and rolling in our new fiscal year. So we're happy to tell you about the things that we accomplished last year. The first thing I want to draw your attention to is our annual report. A lot of hard work went into putting together this report and telling you the story of what we accomplished last fiscal year, either with what did we do with your membership dues? What did we do with your county contributions? What did we do with the time and energy that you poured into supporting what we were doing? What did we accomplish with that? So I encourage you to take a look at this report. We spent so much time and energy on it, so we would really love for you to see it. We'd love for you to get a chance to hear the story of what did we accomplish, what did we do, because we're certainly proud. That QR code right there you can use to view our report virtually. If anybody would like a physical copy, we would be happy to provide one of those as well. Okay, so as Melinda mentioned, we are a membership-driven organization, and as we receive a lot of our funding from membership dues, we focus heavily on giving benefits to those companies that support our organization. And some of the ways that we did that this year were manufacturer to manufacturer connections. We provided things like professional peer groups for environmental health and safety and for human resources. And we had some in-person meetings, but we also facilitated questions among members throughout the year where they would send me an email and say, hey, can you reach out and ask what's everyone paying shift supervisors right now? And I would get information. And then we have a folder for our membership where you can view responses to those inquiries going back a few years. So we have a lot of just wealth of information from things that members have asked one another. You know, who's your vending supplier? We had that question. We addressed that question. A lot of different types of things where we facilitate information between our manufacturing members. Because going back to the very beginning, that's what the initial group that said that SVAM was necessary, that's what they said was going to be really important for this organization, is to foster those manufacturer to manufacturer connections. So we do that with our peer groups. This year, we also provided 3 opportunities for our membership to get to visit other facilities, to benchmark, to network and learn. They got to get a presentation from those companies, and then they got to tour the facilities to learn about things like operations, their human resources practices, their environmental health and safety, continuous improvement, and things along those lines. A lot of work went into filling job openings, and we will talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but that is one of the things that we focus on to support our membership, as it remains one of the top ongoing needs for manufacturers. Anytime I sit down with a manufacturer to talk to them about what are your main challenges, personnel is always, if not the very first thing they say, always within the top few things that we talk about. Resources support, we do a lot of work to connect our manufacturers with resources that are available to them. And a lot of times manufacturers just aren't aware of the support services that they have available to them all across Southwest Virginia, but there is a wealth of resources. So we do this through direct connections. Maybe they just send me an email and say, hey, can you connect me with someone who fill in the blank? We do this through our monthly e-newsletter, where we share information about services or events that our affiliate or companies have going on. And then we do this through a resources database that's housed on our website, where we list information about resources that we are aware of that provide opportunities to support manufacturing business. Manufacturers are heavily involved in supporting us as we work to improve the image of manufacturing, as they know that it is an opportunity for them to get their company name out, to get some promotion for their company, to connect with potential employees. But it's also just something that a lot of our members, when I ask, you know, why are you a member? Some of them just say they enjoy being a part of that mission, being a part of an opportunity to change perceptions and to help to connect someone with a career that they could be passionate about. And we continue to offer training opportunities for our membership. And this is a list of the training opportunities that we provided during the fiscal year. We offered 13 training opportunities for members. A lot of them weren't exclusive. Some of them were, but some of them were not exclusive to members. A lot of them were free to members or heavily discounted. We did have 371 combined participants for these trainings throughout the year. And just so you know, SVAM is, for those that may not be super familiar with us, SVAM is an organization. We do not provide the trainings ourselves. We work with companies. We work with, like, our employment laws training was provided by Baker Donaldson. OSHA 30-hour was provided by the community colleges. And then we work with different organizations to do our supervisor trainings. So those are all third-party provided, not something that SVAM did itself. One of our biggest programs for the year is our Manufacturers Expo. We had a great turnout for our 11th annual Manufacturers Expo in August of last year. The goal of this program is to strengthen manufacturing and helping them to make connections with both their peers and with resource providers. I know that there are companies that will tell me that they have added a lot to their business because of connections that they've made at the expo in years past. So we know that it's necessary, we know that it's needed, we know that it's valuable. And I encourage anyone who's not already signed up to attend to join us for our 2025 Manufacturers Expo. coming up really soon here at the end of the month on August 28th. There is a QR code there where you can register. It's free for manufacturers and only a small fee for nonprofits and not-for-profits to participate with us. And if you're wondering what should I expect, you should expect to meet manufacturers and meet their service providers. People, as you can see in the photos, they set up a table, kind of like any other expo, set up a table with information about the services that they provide. And you get plenty of opportunity to get around the room and meet the folks that are there. And then we also offer breakout sessions on topics relevant to manufacturing. One of the breakout sessions that we're going to offer this year is on a very hot topic, AI in the workplace, where we will talk about ways that AI can be implemented in the workplace. And oh boy, am I enjoying utilizing AI. It's helped me greatly with the annual report this year. So lots of great uses, obviously, and we'll be talking about those sorts of things at the expo. So it's a great learning opportunity as well as an opportunity to make connections. And this year, for the 2024 Manufacturers Expo, we had 24 different manufacturing companies represented. So that was the most that we've ever had at any expo, and we hope to continue to see that event grow and develop this year. Our Manufacturers Awards Banquet was another great event. It was our 12th annual Manufacturing Awards Banquet. We do this every year in celebration of National Manufacturing Day. If you do not know, the first Friday in October is National Manufacturing Day, and October itself is Manufacturing Month. We do not mess with Fridays in October here in the South, so we do not want to stand in the way of any sort of football schedules. So we have ours on that Thursday prior, and you will see that it is coming up this year on October 2nd, and I hope that you will join us. It is a great event to get to learn about manufacturing and their contributions to the region. For our 2024 banquet, we presented 8 awards for various categories that we specifically chose to help to highlight the positive manufacturing stories and change perceptions related to manufacturing and its careers. We know, Will and I, through all the opportunities we get to meet with manufacturers, to be in their facilities, to hear their stories. We know that manufacturers in Southwest Virginia are doing exceptional things. They are groundbreakers. They are world changers. And this is one opportunity that we have to tell that story and share that positivity with the community. So I hope that you will join us for this year's event on October 2nd. Our 2024 event was a great event. All right, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Will to talk about a couple of the programs that he handled for SVAM this year.
Thanks, Linda Gale. This year, SVAM hosted 3 very successful manufacturer career events at Wytheville Community College, Virginia Highlands, and Mountain Empire Community Colleges. So these events are really designed to connect students directly with the manufacturing professionals, and we do that through a panel discussion. The panelists share their own career journeys, the many different ways that they can get into manufacturing, and they also help dispel common myths that manufacturing is low-skilled or lacking in opportunity. Students also get a better understanding of the wide range of careers available today, really from advanced manufacturing on down to hands-on trades. Beyond the panel, the events provide a valuable networking opportunity. Students are able to speak one-on-one with industry representatives, ask questions, and make meaningful connections that can really lead to internships or job opportunities down the road. Across these 3 events last year, we had a total of 125 participants, and they all showed very strong engagement and interest in manufacturing as a career path in Southwest Virginia. Next slide. Thank you. And we also, we do something very similar with secondary schools. We call that Opportunities in Manufacturing. And we did 8 Opportunities in Manufacturing presentations this year at various secondary schools and career and technical schools across Southwest Virginia. And these presentations are really designed to just introduce high school students to the modern manufacturing industry and help them understand not only what manufacturing looks like, but also, you know, again, the diverse high skill, high demand careers that are offered right here in our region. We cover things like career pathways, industry trends, common misconceptions, and we emphasize that manufacturing isn't just assembly lines. It is advanced, tech-driven, and full of opportunity. So far, we've reached about, we had over nearly 500 students this year, and that was something that we continue to expand, and we look forward to inspiring that next generation of manufacturing talent.
All right, thank you, Will. We appreciate all the manufacturers that participated in those events and helped make that possible. So the next program that we had for the fiscal year was our Women in Manufacturing Symposium. And this is definitely my favorite event of the year. It is held right before International Women's Day, and it's an event to celebrate the contributions of women to our region's manufacturing base. As you can see from all the beautiful smiling faces, we have a great time at this symposium. It's an opportunity for manufacturers to connect with one another, to lift one another up, to encourage one another. And we had some great quotes. If you will check out our annual report, there's some really great quotes from our participants for how the event impacted them. One person mentioned a renewed sense and pride for her work. One of the teachers that participated in the event talked about how her students could then, I've heard many teachers talk about how prior to the event, their students did not see themselves, their female students did not see themselves in careers in manufacturing, but being in an event where they were surrounded by women in manufacturing made it obvious to them that they could consider a career in manufacturing. At the event, beyond having a good time, we play games, it's very joyful. Beyond that, we have a keynote speaker every year, and we have a panel of women in manufacturing. Our keynote speaker this year was Sneha Atwal. She's the Vice President of Advanced Manufacturing for Virginia Economic Development Partnership. She did a fabulous job telling us about her story and her experience working in manufacturing and talking about manufacturing today. And then we had a panel of women in manufacturing at various levels in their careers who spoke about their careers and encouraged other women to pursue and develop their own careers in manufacturing. So the whole point is to encourage individuals who might be considering a career in manufacturing to pursue that career, and then encourage those individuals who are currently in manufacturing to stay in manufacturing, continue to develop their career, continue to develop their career. As I said, this year's we had about 200 participants. We saw a really great turnout. We had a lot of fun. I feel like we met our goals. It was a really great event. And another part of the symposium is our Outstanding Women of Manufacturing Awards, where we recognize women who are doing outstanding things within their companies, that are changing perceptions, making impacts among their peers and within their companies. This year, we had 3 overall winners, and 39 total women were recognized as either a winner or an honoree. I was really excited about this. This is the most number of women we've ever been able to recognize by a factor of about 15. So we had exponential growth in our program this year. And what a great opportunity to highlight and celebrate women in manufacturing. If you visit our website, you can find profiles on each of the winners and honorees from this program. They'll tell you a little bit about each person and what great things they're doing at their company. As I mentioned, we're doing a lot of work in the area of careers promotion. We have a manufacturing careers webpage that is very unique. It's the only one of its kind where you can go to one place and see job openings for manufacturers all across Southwest Virginia. This is a benefit we offer exclusively for our membership, and it's an opportunity for those companies to be among that list. And I know that guidance counselors, employment commission workers, folks, companies, organizations, folks all across the region reference our website. They list it on their own webpage as an opportunity to view careers in manufacturing. We've seen a lot of traffic on this website, and we're really encouraged that we've been able to get the word out there about that program. And that does get updated every Thursday. So one thing that I think makes it very special and unique is that you're not going on there and finding jobs that aren't there. You're not going to waste your time. We update it every Thursday. We go through, we check every single link and make sure that it's still relevant. and then we add new jobs that our member companies have posted. And then beyond just that website, there's also social media advertisements on Facebook and LinkedIn, and also, is it X now? We post them across our social media platforms and help to get the word out. At any given time, you'll find somewhere around, I think, 125 to 150 individual listings on our website. And that doesn't mean that there are only 125 job openings among these 50 member companies. Those are individual listings. So a company might be looking for multiple welders or machinists. Those are just the individual listings. And I encourage you that if you ever hear someone say there's nothing happening in Southwest Virginia, use our website, use that careers page as an example. There's so much happening in Southwest Virginia, and you can prove it to them right there using that website. Look at this plethora of job openings across our region for a variety of skill sets needed. So I hope that anybody on the call today will reference that website, use that website. We do a lot of work to try to get the word out there. We'll also put together a jobs e-newsletter that goes out every Friday to our subscribers, where he promotes and lists those job openings with individuals who might be seeking such careers. And then we also participate in career fairs across the region. This year, we participated in 5 career fairs and directly spoke with 319 job seekers. And how do we know that? Because we sit there at our table with a pitch counter, and everybody that comes up to our table, if a high schooler wants a piece of candy, they have to at least let me give my elevator pitch before I'm going to let them take that candy. So we're standing there with our little pitch counter. So we know we spoke to 319 job seekers this year at those career fairs. Another really rewarding program that we offer and thing that we get to do is our Manufacturing Career Scholarship Program, where we offer scholarship funding to graduating high school students who are pursuing some sort of post-secondary education. It can be a certificate program, it could be a 4-year degree, but they have to intend to use it toward a career in manufacturing in Southwest Virginia. And this year we had a team of volunteers for our member companies serve on a selection committee and helping us to make the determinations for who to provide funding or to whom to provide funding. We had 11 scholarship recipients this year, and we awarded $10,000 in scholarship funding. These students were pursuing careers in engineering, welding, machining, industrial maintenance, and supply and PLC programming. And one thing that we got to do this year that we were really excited about, I keep saying that, can you tell that I'm very excited about a lot of things that we're doing and a lot of the programs that we're offering? We had a signing day ceremony this year. It was a last minute idea where someone said, wouldn't it be cool if you did something like that? And I said, wouldn't it be cool if we did something like that? Let's do it. So a lot of our recipients this year, it just happened to be, were located in Smith and Washington counties. So we worked with the Smith Career and Technology Center, and they hosted us for a signing day ceremony. The point of the ceremony was to highlight these individuals that are pursuing careers in manufacturing, to celebrate them for their choices, and in the same way that students get so celebrated for their choice to play a sport, to recognize, to celebrate, to lift these folks up, and also to help educate the community about these career opportunities. What excited me was the display of support that was shown at the event from their home life as their parents, some of their parents joined us, and their high school, to all the way through career. So we started the program with students. That bottom right corner picture is, and the actually bottom left and bottom right, students signed letters saying that they commit to pursuing a career in manufacturing in Southwest Virginia. So they signed their letter saying, I'm going into a career in manufacturing in Southwest Virginia. The next step of that day was to award these students with scholarships, the scholarships that I just mentioned. All 7 of these students were recipients of our scholarship. So they received their scholarship award at the event. And the next thing was letters from the colleges that these students intend to get their from the colleges where these students plan to get their education. They received letters of intent to provide that education. And then the most exciting part for me was we had 5 manufacturing companies participate, and all 5 companies gave letters to all 7 of these students saying that they intend to provide them with an interview upon completion of their education. So all 7 of these students walked away with letters in hand from 5 manufacturing companies saying, we will interview you once you complete your education. So it was a pathway of support from high school all the way through career, showing these students that we will support you. You can have a career that you love here in Southwest Virginia. It was, we're really proud of it. We're really pleased that we got to do it and hope to do it again in this fiscal year. All right, with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Will to talk about our digital media engagement.
Thanks, Lindy. Of course, one of SVAM's core missions is improving the image of manufacturing in Southwest Virginia, and I think we made pretty significant stride in that area this year through digital storytelling. And we produced and published a variety of videos targeting different audiences, really just from the general public and raising awareness to student engagement. And some of those highlights would include our Made in Southwest Virginia showcase video that features several local manufacturers, SVAM members, and it kind of gives a broad look at the strength and diversity of industry right here in Southwest Virginia. We made a video specifically highlighting women in manufacturing, designed to break stereotypes and encourage more young women to consider manufacturing as a career. And we also made an educational video aimed at students and young people to help them better understand the wide range of career opportunities here in Southwest Virginia in manufacturing. We've also revamped our Made in Southwest Virginia podcast to include multiple series. We produced a series of episodes featuring winners from SVAM's Manufacturing Awards banquet, and we dove into what great things those companies had done to allow them to win those awards. There's a lot of great stuff, and those are things that need to be shared with the public at large. We've produced a number of episodes about our individual SVAM member companies and what they do. And most recently, we've just launched a new series called Why Manufacturing? And that's really designed to tell that powerful personal story from everybody across the career spectrum. We've got folks that have just started out to, I just spoke with a lady that had actually just retired after 20 plus years. So it really shows that human side of manufacturing and just shows folks that they can have good careers and futures in manufacturing. And then finally, one other thing, we maintain a manufacturing map on the website, and it's really kind of a one-of-a-kind thing. It's really meant to help community members, people looking for jobs, educators, learn more about all the companies in Southwest Virginia in manufacturing, and we turn every stone over looking for them. Most, several are SVAM members, a lot aren't. But we want to have them on the map and let folks see that manufacturing is alive and well here in Southwest Virginia. And this year we enhanced that by adding some new information to the company listings, such as what kinds of jobs they typically hire for, and link directly to their employment portal. Lots of other good things for employment seekers. So we're really excited about that as well. And Lenny Gale has placed QR codes on the slide here that will take you to each of those things individually.
Okay, great. Thank you, Will. He's definitely worked really hard. I do hope that you will check out our podcast. We're trying to get more attention and more traction for that platform. The episodes are so good. Will does such a fabulous job of deep diving these companies in the company episodes, and he's done such a fabulous job with the Why Manufacturing series as well. We have a couple of really great episodes coming out tomorrow and next Wednesday, both with women in manufacturing that are doing exceptional things. So you can use that QR code, or you can search Made in Southwest Virginia wherever you listen to your podcast, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you might listen. Just search Made in Southwest Virginia. You'll see our little logo there. And I hope that you will give it a listen and even give it a share if you wouldn't mind. I am very proud to announce that SVAM is the recipient of Wellspring Foundation of Southwest Virginia's HOPE grant funding that we've been able to use to purchase an Innovator's Quest game kit. So first, thank you so much to Wellspring Foundation of Southwest Virginia. Just trying to see if our friends, yeah, Courtney's on here. Our friends from Wellspring are on. So thank you so much for supporting SVAM and supporting this project. Innovators Quest is a hands-on gamified experience developed to spark interest in manufacturing careers among 4th through 9th grade students. What does that mean, gamified experience? So it is a game with 4 modules that students will kind of walk through. Obviously, they have a goal and an intention. They're trying to make repairs, and these crystals have been scattered throughout the land, and they have to gather them up and get the main crystal back up and running. What's really cool is that they have to use skill sets that are needed in manufacturing in order to be able to get to the end goal. And they have to use critical thinking. They have to use problem solving. They have to use technical skills. They, in the picture here, the students are, one of the things that they do is they get to use a 3D pen to repair a bridge. And the bridge has to be functioning in order for them to move on to the next game. Each student has a job title that's related to a career in manufacturing, and they all have tasks, and they're getting this opportunity in kind of a sneaky way to understand how exciting and how fun a career in manufacturing can be. And what's really great about the opportunity is that when the students are doing this, they'll have manufacturers in the room with them. We'll have manufacturing employees serve as our volunteers to help guide the students. So they'll get an opportunity to connect with a local manufacturer in Southwest Virginia while they're learning what fun can be found in a career in manufacturing. Traditionally, there's not a lot of work done to engage with students in this age bracket. So we're really excited for this opportunity to be able to do that. So thank you to Wellspring Foundation of Southwest Virginia, who provided us the funding to purchase the kit, as well as to implement the kit across Southwest Virginia. So we're going to be working with different organizations and groups already established to be able to implement this game and give these students an opportunity to connect with manufacturing in an interesting way. All right. If it's okay with you, Jeff, I'll just move right along to what to expect for the new fiscal year.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so we're already in the middle of our current fiscal year, FY26. And I'm very excited about the opportunities, like I just talked about, the Innovators Quest. We do not have that kit in hand yet. We were able to purchase it, but it is a brand new thing that is being provided by the Manufacturing Institute. So we will get that kit in hand this fiscal year, and we will be able to start implementing it this fiscal year. So that's a big thing that we get to do that I'm really excited about. We will be continuing to focus on membership exclusive opportunities, being able to offer those things that our companies are telling us that they greatly need, and being able to offer different reasons that those manufacturing companies want to stick with SVAM. We'll be providing additional member-to-member connections, more benchmarking opportunities, more opportunities for peers to connect with one another, share ideas, discuss challenges, share resources. We'll be pursuing additional grant funding to help us to add more opportunities to our menu of offerings and things that we're providing to Southwest Virginia manufacturers. We'll be continuing our training opportunities. We're excited to work with OPEX Solutions to be able to provide our supervisor trainings this year. They've already done a great job for us, kicking off our first session that we had in July. And we will have one training every it's every something of the month. Our next training is going to be on August. They're chiming in going, let me go, what are you doing? I want to say it was the 24th. But anyways, we will have one supervisor training a month, and we'll be offering that in partnership with OPEX Solutions. And those are free for our membership, and they will all be virtual, and they will all be recorded and made available on our resources page, our training resources page, for folks to view later. We will be working to increase our efforts to improve the image of manufacturing, to continue to reach out and get the word out about Southwest Virginia manufacturing. We know there's folks still out there, crazy as it might seem, who do not know about the great things that are happening in Southwest Virginia manufacturing. So we'll be continuing to increase those efforts through things like our Innovators Quest program, as I mentioned. We'll be continuing to promote manufacturing careers and their current job openings. And we'll continue our successful programs that you heard about that we offered this year. Those that worked, we're going to do those again. And as I said, mark your calendars. I hope you'll join us for our Manufacturers Expo on August 28th, our Manufacturers Awards Banquet on October 2nd, and our Women in Manufacturing Symposium, should be Women of Manufacturing, not to be confused with the National Women in Manufacturing Program, Women of Manufacturing Symposium on March 6th. And that is all I have.
Thank you, Lenny Gale. Now I would like to ask Jennifer to please deliver the 24-25 financial reports.
All right, good afternoon again, everyone. So first I'm going to walk through our fiscal 25 financial result. As Lenny Gale mentioned, our fiscal year runs July through June. The report shared today with all the attendees and what's included in the annual report represents unaudited financials. SVAM's 990, also to note, that we file with the IRS for the fiscal year will be available in the coming months. So what you see now is just a summary of our financials for the fiscal year. SVAM's main source of revenue is typically our membership dues, county contributions, and program income. Again, want to express our appreciation to Smith and Washington counties for their continued support. I also want to say thank you to the affiliate counties, which is Wythe and Scott, who also provided funding this past fiscal year as well. SVAM did add 5 new manufacturing members during the fiscal year, and we saw an increase in our membership dues of nearly $10,000 year over year. Lenny Gale mentioned this before in her presentation. SVAM is pleased to have been the recipient of the Wellspring Foundation of Southwest Virginia Hope Grant in the amount of $20,000 for SVAM Innovators Quest program. SVAM also received a grant funding for its support of the Appalachian Council of Innovation's Manufacturing Talent Pathways Initiative Grant Project. So moving down to our expenses, you see that we have basically 3 main categories. And first of all, I want to say that, as always, SVAM remains good stewards of its funding, utilizing its resources to fulfill its primary purpose. You'll notice that a significant portion of the SVAM expense falls under the personnel category. This reflects the fact that most of our work is done by our staff rather than paying high-cost external purchases, from planning and hosting events, facilitating member-to-member connections, leading initiatives to improve the image of manufacturing, to promoting job openings, and countless other efforts. These activities rely primarily on the skill, time, and dedication of our employees. As a result, while the dollar amount does appear concentrated in personnel, it represents a wide range of impactful programs and services that benefit our members and the broader Southwest Virginia manufacturing community. The admin and general expenses reflected here are the expenses that are not directly related to the SVAM program. For example, insurance, rents, utilities, annual audit fees, etc. Program operations reflects the direct cost of the SVAM programs that we offer and the efforts to fulfill its mission. These numbers fell within the anticipated range compared to what was budgeted for the fiscal year. Overall, the program expenses were less than budget for the fiscal year. So overall, the SVAM Board of Directors will ensure an audit of these financials are conducted again in the coming months. So next, I would like to go straight into the budget for the new fiscal year. Again, that started on July 1st. This budget represents the anticipation of revenue and expenses that we have for the new fiscal year. The budget was approved by the SVAM Board of Directors at the meeting in June. So when we look at revenue, the SVAM expects to receive the same level of county funding as in this coming year as we have in the previous years. We expect to increase our membership dues that we receive as we continue to work to increase our membership. This year's budget was balanced by carryover funding, which is a typical practice of nonprofits. SVAM has enough funding in reserve to cover anything that our revenue will not cover for the fiscal year, while maintaining a strong reserve as it is best practice. It is often the case due to careful spending throughout the year that much less carryover, if any, will be needed. It's the goal of SVAM to continue to increase revenue line items and pursue additional grant funding to reduce some of the carryover that will be needed. These numbers represent a conservative view of what is expected. So as far as our expenses are concerned, overall, we are expecting to see an increase across various categories that are listed here. The SVAM personnel has increased due to the merit-based salary and wage increases. Program operations costs are expected to be similar to what was spent last year, and administrative and general operational costs are expected to fall within the same range as they did last fiscal year. So I do want to note that SVAM will remain focused on following best practice accounting standards and being good stewards to its financial resources.
Very good. Thank you, Jennifer. Next, Alex Loopy will talk about our strategic plan. We still have Alex.
Oh, my apologies. I
There
was
we go.
going off on mute. So every attendee for today's meeting received a copy of SVAM's strategic plan for 2025-26. This is essentially a living document that includes objectives and strategies for accomplishing SVAM's three goals. Those you see highlighted here on this slide, as well as the nice commentary that Melinda gave us earlier this afternoon in the detail behind these goals. So the strategic plan for 2025-2026 fiscal year was reviewed and approved at the June board meeting that we had with SVAM. And that is it for me.
Thank you, Alex. Next, we're going to have a few member testimonials. Peter?
Yeah, thank you. So my name is Peter Murky with OpEx Solutions, and big portion of our team is in the region, but I get to travel all around the Southeast, and I did want to share that what you all have as a board and with Lenny Gale and William and the team at SVAM is very impressive. I don't see anything that rivals it in the Southeast. So I believe that you as members can also take advantage of that fact and leverage that to achieve your goals as they extend outside of the region. So I just want to say great job. It's very impressive, and we love being affiliate members and supporting you in any way. So keep up the great work.
Thank you, Peter. All right, and Kelly Smith.
Good evening. I'm Kelly Smith, HR Specialist for Simmons Equipment. We become members of SVAM last year in 2024, and it's been very beneficial. First, a big thank you to all the support that you show to manufacturers here in Southwest Virginia and promoting the careers available and promoting it to the youth. I'll say firsthand the webinars and the training has been very beneficial to me and a lot of our supervisors and employees. So just a big shout out to SVAM and all that y'all do.
Thank you so much, Kelly.
Yep.
And Josh?
Hi, everyone. I said earlier, I'm a operations manager for Speyside Bourbon Cooperage. I'm based here in Atkins, Virginia, but I'm responsible for our facilities in Ohio as well. And I'll reiterate what Peter hit on as well. There's not another organization that I've been part of in any other state that provides some of the resources and networking that SVAM does, and Lenny Gale does a great job. We're really appreciative of the organization. We're kind of a young company, so we've only been around for about 6 years here in Adkins, and in Ohio and abroad, we're less than 10 years old. So when we first got started here 6 years ago, we were kind of a greenfield venture at our site down in Glade Springs, and revitalizing an old manufacturing company here in Atkins, Virginia. And we were really green. So Lenny Gale was great in offering a lot of opportunity for us to use SVAM and the resources that can be provided to get started. I can remember very early on Lenny helping with what I called speed dating back then. Our initial hirings for both facilities, where she would help usher in a new employee every 15 minutes for an interview. And it was a pretty wild time, but Lenny, through SVAM and using other outside organizations as well, were very helpful in us getting started. And there's been a lot of other resources that they provided besides just that initial help. Now trainings that our supervisors used, I've myself sitting in on some of the trainings as well. It's just been a great benefit for our company utilizing SVAM. I would say if you're a member, you're only going to get as much value out of SVAM as you put into it. And so if you decide to join and pay the dues and have your company be a part of it, be engaged with SVAM. If not, you may not see as much benefit, but if you're putting in the effort and you're reaching out to Lenny and others who she can help us network with, then you'll get more value out of becoming a member.
Thank you so much, Josh. I like Alex Luby likes to compare it to a gym membership, and he says it's nice to have that fob on your keychain and walk around sporting it, but it's only as useful as you make it. So I definitely agree with that. We are definitely here to serve. We are here to support. We're here to tell your stories, and we do appreciate your engagement. And one of the things that's super invaluable to us is just talk to us. Tell us what you need. We can't serve you if we're not hearing from you. So if we're doing something and it doesn't work for your company, tell us. If we're not doing something that you feel like we should be doing, please tell us. We're very open and very encouraging of hearing your feedback and how we can serve you as manufacturers. Jeff Dunnock did have to step away. He had another meeting to jump into, and so presiding over the meeting now will be Melinda Roberts. And Melinda, if it's okay with you, I will just go ahead and ask if anyone from the general public has a testimonial to give or a question to ask of myself or any of the board members. Welcome to put that in the chat or just unmute yourself. We could be informal. I did want to clean up two things. One, I'll be celebrating 12 years in September. My math didn't math, but I got there. 12 years in September. And then trainings will be on the third, supervisor trainings with OPEX Solutions will be on the third Thursday of every month except for December. And it will be from 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. And we put those on Eventbrite. So you can search for our organization on Eventbrite. Oh, we've got a hand up. Sonia?
Yes, Lenny Gale, I just wanted to thank you for allowing me to attend your meeting today. My name is Sonia Van Hook. I am Director of Educational Outreach at the Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center. Earlier, you heard Lenny Gale talk about the trainings that were offered to your individuals, to your membership, and I'm here representing a couple of those trainings.
Yes, you are.
did the Excel training. Your members were very receptive. We had a good time. We enjoyed learning about Excel, which is not really all that exciting, but we gave them some skills that they need to do a better job serving their companies where they work. I do Word, Excel, PowerPoint, public speaking, and communication. So if your company needs any of those workshops, contact Lenny Gale and then she'll get in contact with me. Thank you, Lenny Gale.
Yeah, she's amazing. We do so many things, including camps. She's all over everything. Okay, any other hands up? Any other feedback? I don't see any more questions. We have so many great partners on the call, from affiliate organizations to representatives from our member companies. Thank you all so much. As the person behind the scene a lot of the times, thank you so much for your continued support. I know we've said it a few times, but truly I'm looking at the names and I almost want to get emotional. Putting together the annual report, I'm like, you're coming to the end of the year and you're like, did we even do anything? And I know we've been busy, but like, did we accomplish much? And then you get to put together your report and you're like, wow, look what we did, but we didn't do it alone. I mean, many people are shocked to find that we have one full-time employee and one part-time employee making all this happen, but we're not doing it in a vacuum. We're not doing it alone. We're doing it with the support of our board of directors. I was just talking to someone today. In fact, I hope she doesn't mind. Say Mandy Barker used to be our SVAM program assistant. She was talking about how much she misses the SVAM board when she has to work with other boards. She's like, you just have the best board. And I said, I know, I really do. I have the best. They're amazing. They're so supportive and encouraging. And they're very passionate about Southwest Virginia manufacturing and our mission. So thank you so much for our board of directors for your continued support of SVAM. We brought in 3 new folks this year. I'm really excited about the year ahead. I have so many ideas and I have so much excitement and motivation for what we're about to accomplish for the fiscal year. And I just thank you all so much for your continued support and continuing to let me do a job that I love.
Well, Lenny Gale, we thank you very much, and we appreciate everything you do. And I know you don't like to blow your own horn, but I wanted to make the public aware that Lenny Gale was recognized as an honoree for the Women in Leadership Award for this year. So great job with that, and well deserved.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. Thank you for the nomination. That was so kind. I definitely feel very honored to get to be among such great women across the state. We will participate in an award ceremony in October. October is going to be a busy month, but I'm definitely very excited about that. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lois, for your comment, for your kudos. We appreciate it. All right. It is 1 o'clock. I don't see any other questions, comments. Thank you, Anne. All right, Melinda, I'll let you close this out. There she is. Okay. Melinda, you're muted.
Okay, so I will just take a minute to thank Lenny Gale again. I'll mimic what Alex said, and also Will. Thank you both. Lots of hard work there. I also want to thank everyone participating and attending our annual meeting today. We greatly appreciate you being here. So if I could ask for a motion to adjourn. Someone like to make a motion?
This is Alex, so moved.
Okay, in a second.
Well, Alex got the motion, I'll second.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Or any abstain? Okay, with that, then motion carries and we can adjourn the meeting. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you all so much.
Great job.
Thank you.